I feel kind of ridiculous sharing this because I've told myself 100 times it was probably nothing. Maybe just stress, maybe lack of sleep, maybe a trick of the light. But what happened over the past 2 weeks, I can't explain it away anymore. And last night changed everything. This started about 10 days ago. It was a normal night. I was coming home late from a friend's place. I'd stayed a little longer than I meant to, and by the time I hit the road back to my house, I was wiped, mentally and physically. It was close to midnight, the kind of night where everything feels a little too still. As I turned onto my street, my headlights lit up my driveway like usual, and I instinctively looked toward the front of my house. I've got a small front porch with a light that turns on automatically at 7 p.m. There's a little table I decorate for the holidays, and this cheap plastic chair that's been there forever. I think I bought it for $10 at a yard sale years ago. But that night, someone was sitting in it. About 35 yards out, I could see a man, thin, with pale, almost white hair, just sitting there, perfectly still, facing the road, not even reacting to the lights. At first, my brain immediately tried to rationalize. I thought maybe it was my dad. He has dementia, and sometimes he ends up wandering to places he probably shouldn't. But as I got closer, that explanation started falling apart. The man wasn't my dad. He was too young, too stiff. And then, as I turned into my driveway and the headlights swept across the porch, the chair was suddenly empty. I mean completely empty. No one there, no movement, no noise. It was like he had just blinked out of existence. I sat in my car, engine still running, heart racing. I even laughed nervously to myself like, okay, clearly I'm exhausted. Maybe I imagined that. I tried to shake it off, gathered my things, and jogged toward the door. That's when I slammed my foot into one of the wooden posts that holds up the porch cover. I might have broken a toe. I'm not even joking. The pain actually helped ground me in the moment. I told myself again and again, it was nothing. Your mind played tricks on you. The next day, I mentioned it to my mum. She lives on the same property. Our houses are close enough that she can see my porch from her kitchen window. I was half expecting her to laugh, but instead, her face got really serious. She told me that she'd seen him too. Weeks ago, she thought someone was sitting in that same chair. She even assumed it was one of my friends waiting for me, but when she stepped outside to check, no one was there. She also said that on a separate night, when I was out, she heard a man talking just outside my door. She figured maybe it was one of my brothers visiting, or someone I knew. But when she looked, the porch was empty, and the voice just stopped, mid-sentence. That unsettled me. I knew the house had a bit of a reputation. I've always felt a little energy in the place, creaks in the floorboards when no one's home, things going missing, then turning up in strange places, shadows out of the corner of my eye. But this was different. This was targeted. Still, I tried to brush it off. Maybe it was sleep deprivation. Maybe it was the power of suggestion, now that I'd talked to my mum. I even moved the chair from the porch into the garage, thinking that if I removed it, I wouldn't see him again. But last night, he came back. I was getting home late from work. I was tired, hungry, and thinking about the leftover spring rolls in my fridge. Not ghosts, not spirits, not weird porch guys. The chair wasn't even there anymore. But as I pulled up to my house, I saw him. Not in the chair. This time, he was standing where the chair used to be. I immediately cut the headlights. I didn't want to startle him, or whatever it was. My car rolled slowly into the driveway in near silence, and in that pale glow from the porch light, I saw him clearly for the first time. Thin man, thin face. His skin looked almost translucent, and his eyes, I swear to God, they looked like they weren't focused on anything, just staring out toward the road. He had this greyish-brown, greasy hair. He was wearing a faded burgundy shirt, and something about the way he stood, it wasn't right. He was too still, like a mannequin that had been dropped there. I sat in my car, frozen, watching him. I don't know how long, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute. And then, just to confirm I wasn't going crazy, I flipped my headlights back on, and I watched him vanish. He didn't move, he didn't run, he just disappeared. It was like he was made of fog. One moment he was there, the next, gone. There wasn't anything behind him that could have cast shadows or tricked my eyes, just the pale off-white siding of my house. That's when it hit me. This wasn't just my imagination. This wasn't a one-time thing. This thing, this man, this presence had been seen by both me and my mum, and now he had returned, standing in the exact spot where I'd seen him before, even without the chair. And there's one more thing that's been bothering me. When I saw him vanish, it wasn't just like flipping off a light. It was slow, like he was watching me while he faded. His eyes locked on mine as if to say, I know you see me now. That's the part that truly chills me. I don't know who he is. I don't know what he is. I don't know why he's suddenly showing up now, or why he's choosing to appear to me. All I know is that something is on my porch, and it knows I'm watching, and maybe it's watching back. I still don't know who or what that man was, but I've moved the chair, and he still finds his way back. Maybe some doors, once opened, never really close. If you've had an experience like this, drop it in the comments. I read everything. And if you enjoy true horror stories, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because this was just the beginning.